Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another level request video. Thank you for the support on the last episode. I think it has over 50,000 views or something, which is just nuts. I appreciate the support on everything, both here and my Twitch. We're approaching 5k followers on there and I think 30k subs here already, which is just bananas really. Thank you so much for the support. If you want a chance to have your level played on this series, check out the Google form in my Discord server. I take these in a random order, so you could literally appear in the next video. You never know. The first level we're playing today is Denise by N-Takes using Geoplex Glimmer. Interesting color scheme right here already. You're mixing orange with like a mint green. Looks pretty cool. That's a nice custom portal too. I'm engaged. The only thing is, a lot of the designs and the saws are just completely basic so far. Again, these colors are really nice and I like the palette that you've used, as well as some of the layering right there, especially how there's some clouds on the other side of this layer at the bottom on the left. It just feels very repetitive so far since we're at 50% and nothing has changed at all. In areas like this just feel very dull and uninspired since there's no ground spikes, there's nothing to really engage you, there's no atmosphere, it's just very clean cut. Which is cool, I guess, but I feel like there could be something else, like a dynamic visual instead of just the static blocks and stuff, to keep me interested, you know, because I'm just kind of staring at a blank background. Definitely not bad. It's a good base, but it just needs a lot of expansion, in my opinion. We've got Eye Color by Filton using G Dubstep Remix by Lelion. Ooh. Nice start right away. You see, this is what I mean with like the surroundings playing a big part on whether I'm really interested in what's going on. This level's kind of like shrouded in darkness so far, and it's tying everything together straight off the jump. I like that. It's interesting for sure. It just feels very unbalanced in its visuals because there's no air decoration in between the blocks, but then you've got that really jagged underlay deco on the outline right there. I feel like if you're going to go for jagged decoration, it needs to be consistent for the whole level, otherwise it's just going to look off. Very cool effect right here though. If you can incorporate a pulse, I think it will be even better. I find it a little bit off-putting that the song's kind of like going off and there's a lot of dark space. I feel like it should be more flashy. Now, a way to do this could be some foreground elements like white flashes or something. Maybe some blending screens above everything to uplift that color. Okay, so say if I made a massive black blending screen like this in your editor right here with the group 112. All right, so I've added a few pulses at the top of the level, as you can see, for group 112, which we just added. It's a bursting pulse that copies the color channel 3, which I'm pretty sure is using for the background. As you can see, this is just like constantly shifting hues. If I just lock this to the x-axis on the portal, you will see exactly what I mean. I just think this is a much nicer way to do the colors and it makes it feel a bit more climactic. I mean, that literally took like 30 seconds. You can definitely push this further, but you get my point. This part feels very disconnected from the rest already, just because it's like direct black and white contrast, which we didn't have earlier. It doesn't have the same level of depth as any of the other parts, and the structures are just kind of like big pillars. It feels weird. I definitely like this vibey intro in the beginning though. I wish that was pushed a little bit further. It feels like the level kind of like switches away from this aesthetic really quickly, which is slightly disappointing, but you know. Again, it's a really good start of the level, but I don't think I'm gonna send it because it just feels quite empty at some points. Psychedelic by Brain ETR. I'm assuming that's Brain Eater, using this song Panda Eyes I'm Numb. Epilepsy warning. Okay, it is called Psychedelic. That's exactly what I was expecting from a level called Psychedelic. Good lord. Bright flashy pulses mixed with extremely saturated colors. I see. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. The backgrounds are well fit. The movements are nice. Okay, you're switching up with a white mask here. I see. Parts like these don't achieve the same depth that you've created in other parts. Some of the parts remind me of Slay GD, definitely, because you've layered so many different hues on top of each other to make that rainbow effect. I like it. It's pretty well executed so far as well. The transitions aren't the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's a bit strange that it's in black and white, but at least it gives your eyes a break from what's actually going on, because the straight in a small bit, I can't lie. I liked it. It was certainly interesting. You don't often see that style executed so well. Boom, rating submitted. I think you did very well with the designs to use so many different colors and not have it look clustered or anything. I think it's great that you can have so much depth between the blocks and the background to make each thing stand out individually. Crystallize by DarkenedNova using Pyrolysis by Kaixo Music. Okay, I like this a lot so far. I love green and blue when they're mixed properly. This looks sick so far, actually. The pulses are very well done. There's some great movement right there. Great contrast of the light and dark areas. Okay, this is sick. I am enjoying this straight away. The gameplay is so clear to see, even though you've got a lot of detail on the blocks, and there's not really too much of a defined edge around it. I think the detail, the glow, and the pulses are managed really well. I can't lie though, these glow beam effects are starting to get really tiresome. How everyone's using the same beam effect where the two sides kind of like meet in the middle. That was a style change and a half. What the heck? I was not expecting this. That felt a slight bit out of place, but it looked better than the rest in my opinion. Whoa, okay, that was sick. That is so satisfying, dude. And this ending is sick as well. I don't know what happened, but there's like a lot more depth now. It's crazy. I'm guessing it's a collaboration, but honestly, since this song changes drastically, I don't feel like that's out of place too much. It's inconsistent in its visuals and stuff, but I think it looks really cool. The gameplay was really fun, especially that duel in the middle. I really enjoyed that. Perseverance by Bush Baby BB using Terminite Break Free. The designs here are really good. It feels very grounded straight away, but I'm sure that's going to change when the song picks up properly. The gameplay's been very well synced to the music so far. I like this sweeping darkness that you've got, how it kind of phases in and out. Feels a little bit empty in between the blocks, could do with some directional arrows maybe. I don't know, it's not too important because it is quite straightforward, but could do with a little bit of variation there instead of looking so blank. Because you have a lot of bright detail, right? But then when the darkness sweeps in, there's no dark detail, it's just dark glow, which just feels weird a little bit. But these designs are super cool. I always love when people use these dripping objects on the sides. The level is literally dripping. What? I just skyrocketed. What happened there? They call me Dogecoin. Alright, let's get to the drop. Oh, it's the end. It's cool, but something about it just felt kind of off, how it ended at the drop. The inconsistency a little bit. Know Me by XVico GD using Terminite Crushing on You featuring Georgia Denim. Amazing colors straight away. Alright, and here too. If I quickly put the game in slow-mo, if you look at the black lines around my icon, you can see that they get saturated, and that's due to the blending screen that's above everything. This color scheme is really nice so far. It's mixing between a few styles, like how there's an art background right here, but it's very fluid. I love the movements all around. It's a very diverse mega collab so far, but I love the modern parts with the really crazy colors like that. Ooh. See, look at that. There's a lot to be excited about for this, but some parts are just clearly much better than others in my opinion. I think some of them don't really fit the vibe that the rest are going for. Like, there's some parts with crazy movements and flashes and stuff, and then there's just some, like, dull, moody parts like the previous one. It captures the spirit of modern levels nowadays pretty well. I think I could see this on the featured page. Yeah, the vibey end too, that's nice. Making links from start to finish, you know? At least there wasn't one art part, there was like 2 or 3 in there. Very diverse, there was a lot to offer there. And it kind of just threw it at me all at once, but I still have a good impression of the level as I'm exiting it. That is a nice level. Very cool. Prism Burst by Geordie6304 using Claudia Set Free. Ooh. Color depth straight away. Look how many layers everything has. That's so nice. Gives everything this really nice texture. Okay, it was very bright and it's difficult to see just where to hit the button right there, but once you get into it, it's really nice looking. Okay, that's smooth. I like it. I feel like the foreground elements that are sweeping over could be a bit more emphasized instead of being so small and insignificant, but the colors elsewhere are super sick. Darkness, alright. That was smooth and a very fair transition as opposed to the spider one earlier. Yeah, this is sick. There's no actual pulses, but there's a lot of color changes, so that kind of makes it feel a bit more smooth and dreamy than what you might expect from a level using this song, which sets it apart, makes it seem different to me, you know? I like it. It stuck out. Bada bing, bada boom. The last one for today is called Rainbow Bounce by Cypher using Disputatio by Myolophone. Cool desaturated colors right off the bat. I like that. The gameplay is very clear to see as well because the blocks are all really basic. Okay, I'm enjoying this a lot. I feel like the interesting colors and the flashy pulses kind of make up for the fact that the designs are all really flat. It's got some nice speed to it as well. There's a lot of pulsing objects which creates like this sense of urgency along with the 4x gameplay. It's going crazy right now. Okay, I like the switch up with some more effect driven areas like this. Everything feels so dynamic how it's all moving together. Oh, wow. That is a terrible checkpoint. Ooh, that's actually really nice how you've got a slightly darker background for this part when the song switches up. Again, I love it when levels do this. It feels slightly open at times when you have the big sweeping gameplay, but that's kind of inevitable. Also, another nitpick I have is that the saws feel kind of disconnected from everything. You see right there before this transition, that saw is just kind of floating there. You guys know I like it a lot when all of the assets link together properly and you get that really nice whole look to the level. Even though it's simple, I'm finding this level quite hard to focus on for a long period of time just because of how fast it is all the way through. Boom! That's a sick ending, and I like the gradient to top it off. Okay, nice. That was sick. Good vibes all around. There wasn't too much design, but I feel like everything just sort of clicked with itself. There is another demon feature send. It's requested 9, but I feel like it's a 10 just because it's so unpredictable the way it moves up and down and stuff. Hopefully, these are your first creator points, Cypher. Very nice, very nice. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching this Geometry Dash level request video. Check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.